England, clap for yourself. Oh boy. Nah, cause this this is wait, wait, I'm coming. Say wanted to bring out my Ronaldo and Messi jersey. Forgot both of them. Even though my favorite player is Cristiano Ronaldo, still admire Messi. Phenomenal player, you know. Phenomenal player. Now, we shall address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. England. You have the way I say is that you have done the one Imego Nkiji Buru England. What a terrible way to lose. And it was all your fault. This is not even a case of Argentina referee bias, because I do believe referee bias existed for Argentina until after that Egypt game. The Egypt game was the most egregious game, and then after that, it's all been fair in my opinion. I don't think personally. People say that that red card on Embolo in versus Switzerland was unjust. It was not unjust. Simulation is a yellow card offense. Do I think if I was a referee, would I give a second yellow there? No, it was in the middle of the pitch. I would caution him. I would tell him, hey, you're on a yellow. Do some BS like that again, you get a red. But he followed it to the book, bro. That was a yellow card. So I'm not even. And then for Argentina today, there was no hiding, Lisandro Martinez, Christian Romero, they got their yellow cards because like it was, stonewall yellow cards. Those are yellow cards. It was very, very fair. It was a fair game. Now, I don't know what it is with European players. And because of what happened against Egypt, that's the only reason I have been going against Argentina, and I will be going against them in the final. But naturally, any team that I go against always wins. That's just how it happens. I'm a 76ers fan. They beat the Raptors on that last shot. I'm like, well, the Warriors are going to deal with them in the final. No, they didn't. The Warriors went ahead to go win the finals. And like that's just how it happens for me. And at this point, I'm just a jinx for any team that I like, and it's okay. I want Spain to win on Sunday. They're not gonna win. Argentina is definitely gonna win, and Messi will get his second World Cup. To which I am a fan of both. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Messi. I admire Messi. I do. I'm a fan of Ronaldo. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I'm never a Messi hater. Him getting a second World Cup, while it does, unspeakable things to the goat debate. I stopped debating the goat debate after the last World Cup. I think I just say Messi is your goat. Okay, Ronaldo is mine. Sure, Ronaldo will always be the greatest player of all time in my opinion, and anybody can go do with that whatever they will. Anyway, sorry. Let's get to the meat of what I've come here to talk about. Europeans' obsession with low block defending. Low block defending. I do not understand. I will never understand to this day why a team would score a goal and decide to just defend for the rest of the game. Now, in the Premier League, it works. I mean, to be honest, the Premier League got exposed this season. Like I really don't rate the Premier League as much as I used to rate them anymore because they're cool, and then they come to Europe and it's just like, huh? It's just so unimaginative the way they play, right? It works in the Prem. In some cases, it'll work in the Champions League, right? It works in club football. But when you come to international football, especially if you're not playing in the Euros, when you come to international football, you can never, ever play low block football. You can't. You can't. You simply cannot. You can't. It will not work. It has never worked. I seeing. I like to believe that Thomas Tuchel is a smart guy, right? I like to believe he's a smart guy, does his research, you know, is in tune with what he's coaching. You know what I mean? I cannot for the life of me understand why Thomas Tuchel will decide to play a low block after going ahead against Argentina. I cannot understand. Brother, I can't even lie. After after Anthony Gordon scored that goal and I saw England start playing the low block, I turned off the game. I'm too passionate when it comes to sports, and because of what happened against Egypt, I have been rooting against Argentina. And as soon as I saw them go into the low block, I knew they were gonna lose. I knew they were gonna lose, and so I turned off the game. Now I have to go watch those highlights to see how Argentina scored those. But my father has already told me, and my friends have already told me that somebody fired something from outside the 18. It's like, did you watch that game against Switzerland, Tuchel? Did you watch that game? Because Switzerland went into a low block after Ndoye scored in like the 60 something minute, like 66 or 64, one of those minutes. Ndoye scored, and Switzerland went into the low block. Yes, that's less time. They were able to keep Argentina out until the end of the 90. They were able to keep Argentina out for the first 15. The second 15, nope. They couldn't keep them out. And I knew it was going to happen. Julian Alvarez, a belter from outside the 18. I knew it was going to happen. Low block defense does not work against Argentina. If Argentina have the ball, they will score. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I was telling my friend Henry the other day when I was watching the game with him, when I was watching Egypt versus Argentina with him, when Egypt has started defending after Argentina scored that first goal, I told Henry they're gonna get a second. And Argentina are the type of people that when they get a second, they're going to when they equalize, they're looking for the go ahead goal. They don't stop playing. They go for the go ahead goal. The only time I ever saw Argentina play some kind of defensive game was against Cabo Verde. I actually believe Argentina were legitimately scared. I believe they were legitimately scared against Cabo Verde. They were scared. Because they're like, where did this team come from? We expect to win and all that. But against Cabo Verde, I do believe. And you can't, like I said before, you can't argue referee bias on this one. You can't argue it. The game was fair. From what I watched, it was fair. I watched them to Gordon scored in the 55th minute. They went into the low block in the 60th minute. From the 60th minute, that's when I turned off the game. For the first 60 minutes of the game was completely fair. It was completely fair. There was nothing unfair about that game. You lost because you played the low block against Argentina, the worst team to play a low block against. Low block only works against European teams. That's why Paraguay took Germany. That's why Paraguay took Germany to pens. That's why Paraguay took Germany to pens, because low block works on them. Low block will always work on a European team. It'll never work on a South American team. They're too creative. It'll probably work against Brazil these days because Brazil has started playing European football. Low block doesn't work. It does not work. And I don't know why it takes, I don't know what it'll take for you to see it. Let me see if I'm saying that. Let me see if I'm saying that right. Yeah, I'm right. I just wanted to make sure that a low block meant defensive game. Yeah, low block. It's so stupid. You scored a goal. The goal that you got was out of pressure. Keep applying the pressure. Excuse me. Keep applying the pressure. And you'll probably score another one. Did Argentina score on you when you were applying pressure? No. So keep applying pressure. I didn't watch the game, but I can bet that Argentina didn't go away after they scored that equalizer. They did not go away. They were not like, oh, we're gonna hang on. No, they didn't go away. I bet they kept on playing. as they should. I can't even hate, bro. I can't even hate. I cannot even hate. I can't even hate, bro. I can't. It was a magnificent. I can't even say magnificent game because like I ain't really watch it because I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it. I gotta 1 second. I gotta put my headphones on. Yep, I'm watching it right now. Outside the 18, Enzo Fernandez, and I'm not putting it on the screen. I'm not putting it on the screen for you guys because I made a video about like ranting about the refereeing, and I have not gone back to remake it because it got blocked due to copyright. Because Fox, FIFA doesn't allow us to use Fox's YouTube videos, which I've been uploading videos for a long time, but I'm not consistent enough to know what is copyright and what isn't copyright. So, but what a brilliant finish that is. That was from Enzo Fernandez, bro. Just th- let's see. Look, you're they're so low on the D. He's on the D. England are playing so low that Enzo Fernandez is so open on the D to take a touch and then take a shot. You deserve to concede there. You deserve to concede. You deserve to concede. You deserve to concede. That is so dumb. How are you playing like that? How do you play like that and think you can win? Hold on, I need to go see Lotaro's because I know that he's the one that scored. Beautiful cross into the box, by the way. Beautiful cross into the box. How do you play so much low block and Lotaro Higuain gets open? You've got 6'7" Dan Burns, and you play low block and Lautaro Higuain gets open. I'll tell you how. Low block does not work. Low block does not work. If you are applying general pressure on all parts of the pitch and playing exactly as you've been playing in the beginning, you probably don't get this opportunity. If they score against you while you are trying to score against them, that's fair play. But if you decide to go into a low block and you lose, you're the only one to blame. You're the only one to blame. You are the only one to blame. You lost yourself the game because you have completely removed any chance of you scoring a goal. And that in football is suicide. You can't win. It's impossible to win that way. What were you hoping to do? What were you hoping to do? Keep a 1-0 lead up until the end of what's it called? Against World Cup winning Argentina. This Argentina team that beat France, would you beat that France? Nah, bro. There's no shot. There's no shot. You thought what a header too. There's no shot you thought for a second. It's such an insult to yourself that you thought for a second that you could win a game against, let's not even say Argentina, bro, against Messi playing low block. It's so stupid. This is not a European team, bro. They don't just lay down and take it. If it was any other European team, like Germany, they would have been passing the ball around. Oh, how do we find something? How do we find something? How do we find something? And here, you want to know something that's amazing? I'm looking at the 101st minute when Pickford is sending the ball in, Argentina are a goal up and they're still not playing the low block. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that are not in the 18. Injury time is over. Injury time is done, by the way. If England score down, it's going into extra time. You've blown it. Argentina has blown it. They're still not playing the low block. They have 5 players that are not in the 18. They have, I think that's Messi. Messi was still on the halfway line. You've got Lautaro Martinez. You've got who is that? I don't know who that is. It's too far away. I can't see it. But they're a goal up and they're not playing the low block still. They have 5 players that are not in the 18. That's how to play football. That's how to play football. That's how to play. Like, they will never give you that chance. Argentina will never give you that chance, bro. They will never give you that chance. And neither would any good football team worth a damn. And you're gonna hear, I don't know if you will hear it here first. I don't know if it's here first that you'll hear it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no way Spain beat this Argentine team. I don't see it. I don't see it because the Spanish players, they play good, yeah. Argentina don't stop running. A team that's got this right here. In Igbo, we say Mburobi. Heart. If you've got heart, you're winning. Argentina's got heart. They don't stop playing. They don't stop playing. Messi delivered that cross with his right foot, though. With his right foot. Some low block defense you were playing. Filthy. Filthy. Absolutely filthy. Congrats, Argentina, for winning that game, bro. Europeans, please just stop. But, I mean, nobody's going to listen to me. I don't get the views anyway. But, Europeans, stop playing low block football. Stop playing low block football. It does not work. If you score, go look for a second. You score a second, good. Go look for a third. You score a third, good. Go look for a fourth. You score a fourth, good. Go look for a fifth. Keep looking for them. Argentina did not score against you until you went to the low block. It was the same thing against Switzerland. Although, yeah, McAllister scored that goal in the 10th minute. But apart from that, they did not score against you until you started the low block. You started the low block. Julian Alvarez whipped out something out of the 18. Like clockwork. It was the same. Whips out something out of the 18. You get discombobulated. A cross comes in. The second one is scored. It's exactly what happened to Switzerland. Alvarez scored outside the 18. Everything gets discombobulated. What's his name? Sends it across for Enzo. Lautaro sends it across for Enzo Fernandez to head it in. It was the same recipe, different scores. The same recipe. The same exact thing that they did to Switzerland. Except that they were a goal down. Messi gives the ball to Enzo Fernandez. Whips a beauty into the net from long distance. Everybody gets discombobulated. Sends a right-footed cross in for Lautaro Higuain to score the winner. It's the same thing that happened. Why don't you learn your lesson? Why doesn't any European team learn their lesson? If Spain beat Argentina on Sunday, it'll be because Spain did not go into a low block and they actually played football. This World Cup, if there's anything that has been consistent, and I will still maintain it to this day, I'm still gonna root against Argentina because of what happened against Egypt. Egypt got robbed, but that has nothing to do with the last 2 games. Yes, it should have been Egypt versus Switzerland. Yes, it should have been either Switzerland or Egypt versus England. But what has happened has happened. It's done. It's gone. I even said the same thing when Portugal played against Croatia. In my opinion, that game was biased towards Portugal. Didn't help them much, but it was. Portugal was getting all the calls in the world and Croatia were getting nothing. And then against Spain, Portugal were given 4 extra minutes after the allotted 3. of nothing going on, by the way. One sub probably adds an additional 10 seconds to the clock. You gave Portugal 4 extra minutes. In my opinion, that was BS. But they still lost anyway. So, I mean, Portugal was not even anywhere near as good as Argentina is. They're not even, it's not even close. Like, what Argentina's playing right now is what Portugal should have been playing. Never give up. Like, this World Cup has always rewarded teams who have gone out to play. You go out to defend, you lose. Simple as that. Simple as that. The only team that I would say that didn't go out to play was Paraguay. Paraguay did not go out to play against Germany. That goal that they scored, that Enciso scored, in my opinion, that goal came out of nowhere. And then they defended the whole game. Germany find the equalizer, and naturally, against a European team, if you play low block, you will not win. I'm sorry, against a European team, if you play low block, you'll beat them. Europeans are not as creative as South Americans. I don't know. I don't understand. I just don't understand how. When will you learn? When will you learn, bro? Messi has been teaching this lesson since 2009. You play a low block against Messi, you're not winning, bro. 2 assists. He was able to pick out 2 people. They scored goals, 2 of them. Bro, this is the biggest genius in football history, bro. Messi understands the game, every aspect of the game, more than anybody ever. Ever. And you want to play low block against him, thinking that he will not solve it. Scaloni doesn't even need to be in the dugout. You have done the one. You have played the one in Djibouti, England now. Nonsense. Carry your this thing and go and play 3rd place match so that France can absolutely pummel you. At least let Mbappe leave with some kind of medal. Anyway, yep. Looking forward to the final on Sunday. I have Argentina beating Spain. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a 1-0. But I definitely have Argentina beating Spain. I don't think Spain beat Argentina. It's not possible. And it's either going to be 1-0 to Argentina or 2-1 to Argentina. Because if the worst thing you can do against Argentina is score first. It's the worst thing you can do. They don't stop running. And if they equalize when you're tired, that's even worse. They're going to get another one. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. Stay loved. Be loved. Like and subscribe. Peace.